Everything you've been told about owning technology in 2026 is a lie. You didn't buy a laptop. You bought a front row seat to your own obsolescence. From the memory chips Apple is gatekeeping, to the invisible keyloggers Microsoft is installing, the walls are closing in. This isn't just greed. It's a structural shift in power. It starts with the memory wall. In 2026, global RAM prices have surged 95%. But while the industry struggles with a shortage, Apple is sitting on stockpiles they bought for pennies. They sell you a Pro chip with base memory, knowing you'll hit a bottleneck in 12 months as local AI models grow. It's a bracket trap designed to force a refresh. But hardware is just the cage. Software is the guard. In 2026, Microsoft has fully integrated Recall, a feature that captures your screen every few seconds to create a photographic memory of your life. They claim it's for your convenience, but forensic researchers have already found that this encrypted database can be dumped in seconds by simple malware. You aren't just paying a premium for an AI-ready PC. You're paying for a machine that documents your every move for the sake of telemetry and behavioral prediction. But here's the thing about a trap. Once you see the mechanism, you can dismantle it. In 2026, the exit strategy isn't just a choice, it's a necessity. From open source AI models that run entirely offline to repairable hardware brands that refuse to solder your life to a logic board, the alternative is growing. You don't have to be a renter of your own digital existence. You can choose to be the architect of your own system. But if you think this is just about a few extra £100 for a memory upgrade, you're missing the bigger picture. The hardware is just the cage. The software is the guard. While Apple locks your physical access, Microsoft is building a system that monitors everything you do inside that cage. This is Recall, and it changes the definition of a personal computer forever. Microsoft markets Recall as a photographic memory for your PC. It takes a snapshot of your screen every few seconds, OCRs the text, and stores it in a local database. They promise it stays on your device, but in the world of forensic security, there is no such thing as an unhackable local vault. If the data exists, it can be extracted. Your bank details, your private chats, your medical records, all indexed and searchable by the very OS you paid for. Security researchers like Kevin Beaumont have already demonstrated the flaw. Because the database is stored in a known directory, simple info-stealing malware can dump your entire digital history in seconds. It bypasses encryption because to the OS, the malware looks like a legitimate request. You've been sold a Pro machine that essentially acts as a pre-installed keylogger for the next hacker who finds a way in. So why would a trillion-dollar company risk your trust for a searchable history? The answer isn't convenience, it's training data. In 2026, the race for agentic AI is a war for high-quality human behavior data. Your screen snapshots aren't just for you to find a lost email. They are a goldmine for training the next generation of LLMs on how you work, how you solve problems, and how you interact with the world. You are paying a premium for the hardware, and then providing the raw material for the product that will eventually replace your specific workflow. But it doesn't stop at your data. The final stage of the hardware trap is the transition from owner to subscriber. We're seeing a shift where high-end AI features on these very laptops are being locked behind monthly paywalls. You bought the GPU, you bought the NPU, but if you want the Pro suite to actually use them, you're looking at a $20 a month subscription. It's the ultimate irony. You own the engine, but you have to rent the key every single morning. In the 2000s, if your laptop slowed down, you bought a $40 stick of RAM and fixed it in 5 minutes. In 2026, that simple act of ownership is a violation of the terms of service. By soldering the memory directly to the silicon, manufacturers haven't just made devices thinner, they've made them disposable. This isn't an engineering requirement, it's a financial one. It ensures that when your AI-ready PC hits its 8GB limit next year, your only upgrade path isn't a component, it's a completely new 3,000-pound machine. This is the disposable decade. By locking the hardware, they control the clock. They know exactly when your NPU will become legacy and when your memory will swap to death on the SSD. It's a countdown timer hidden under a sleek aluminum chassis. We are entering an era where the most powerful computers ever built have the shortest lifespans in history. Every time a manufacturer solders a 16GB chip to a board that could have held 64, they are signing a death warrant for that machine. In the 2010s, a pro laptop could last a decade with simple upgrades. In 2026, we're entering the disposable decade. Because the memory is trapped and the AI requirements are skyrocketing, these 3,000-pound machines aren't investments. They are ticking time bombs of e-waste. When the software outpaces the locked hardware, the entire unit, the screen, the battery, the premium aluminum, becomes a brick. There is a psychological cost to this trap. We've moved from being owners to permanent renters. You don't own the OS, it's a license. You don't own the hardware, it's a sealed black box. You don't even own your data. It's raw material for an AI model you don't control. This constant state of digital insecurity is by design. If you felt truly secure with your 2024 machine, you wouldn't feel the need to upgrade to the 2026 AI-ready model. The industry isn't selling you power. They are selling you a temporary relief from planned obsolescence. But there is a resistance. While the giants solder their boards shut, companies like Framework are proving that a high-performance laptop doesn't have to be a disposable brick. Imagine a machine where you can swap the ports, upgrade the GPU, and, crucially, add more RAM whenever the market stabilizes. In 2026, choosing a modular system isn't just a tech preference. It's a political statement against planned obsolescence. It's the difference between being a tenant and being a homeowner in the digital age. And what about the software guard? Your RTX GPU is a beast. It doesn't need Microsoft's cloud to think. By moving to privacy-focused Linux distributions like Mint or Pop_OS, you delete the keyloggers and the telemetry in one stroke. With tools like LM Studio or Ollama, you can run powerful AI models entirely offline. No snapshots sent to the mothership, no recall database for hackers to dump. You aren't just running a computer, you're running a fortress. The 2026 hardware trap is real, but it's not inescapable. You can pay the RAM tax and accept the surveillance, or you can choose a different blueprint. Ownership is a hill worth dying on. My name is The Architect, and this has been the first chapter of our investigation. The blueprint is in your hands. What will you build? Subscribe to TechTimeTalk, and let's dismantle the trap together.